Hello. Welcome. Welcome. It's Wednesday night. I'm back. I'm going to play some more Bannerlord. I was thinking about maybe Subnautica, but because here's the thing, we're playing through Subnautica. I'm having a good time with that. But you want to play different games every once in a while, but also I keep having reasons to think about the biomes in Subnautica Below Zero, which, despite the fact that I think in general, that's what I meant to say, But I think in general, Subnautica is a better game than Subnautica Below Zero. I've said on stream before, the biomes in Subnautica Below Zero are much cooler, in my opinion. Overall, there's a couple of them that are kind of boring, but it's also like, ooh, big iceberg and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. So with that in mind, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to play. I think I'm like, oh, maybe we'll play Subnautica. I thought earlier today, maybe, but as I was sat here about an hour ago, kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do tonight, I decided that no, we're going to play Bannerlord because I've been listening to Fire and Blood and watching a lot of theory videos from Song of Ice and Fire, and I know that Bannerlord doesn't have magic and stuff in it, but it's the medieval vibes, you know. So we're gonna play some more Bannerlord tonight, and as you can see, I am in a particular. I found myself outside of a particular castle occupied by some particular individuals whom you may recognize, especially the one behind my my on-screen. What is my left ear? This one. Also, something feels weird with my headphone right now. I'm not sure what it is. It feels like maybe I've got like a weird air pocket in my ear or something. But anyways, let's get started, shall we? This is not a super great way to transition into this, but you know, it is what it is. I'll close Messenger so I don't get really loud. Really loud pings. All right, here we go. Hide that. Save games. So I've been playing this game a lot by myself. Like last week. Tired. One night I was playing this very late and I just had to go to bed and I was too tired to think of a name, so I just got tired. But I lost my most recent saves somehow. I mean, maybe our game accidentally saved over them, but I thought that I had made separate saves, so I don't know what the heck happened. So we're going to pick up where we left off. That's fine. Oh, the game probably got updated or something. Well, hopefully we don't run into any problems with the mods. I haven't. I don't think in the past. Gonna just jam out in the loading screen. This is like the best video game main menu song, apart from like maybe like from soft games like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3 especially all have fantastic main menu music. Mass Effect 2 also. Halo, of course. Let me see. Let me try and remember where we're at. What were we doing last time? What were we doing? This game. Oh, okay. I'm wondering. I'm like, why isn't the camera moving? It's because I'm in this town. I need to take a moment to reassess what's happening here. I don't really remember. Establish my clan. Is there any more renown? I need 20 people in my party. I need to recruit a companion. Before I recruit a companion, I need to have more money. Right, they're gonna need help with brigands, so maybe we'll help him. But I want to make sure there are actual brigands for us to fight in this area. Okay, so I need 3 more infantrymen, and we're doing could try and take the hideout. I keep getting killed doing the hideouts, so I want to maybe level up a little bit more first. I need to orient myself. I'm looking completely the wrong way. I'm not looking the way I thought I was. This is the way I want to look. All right, so I need to get some infantry guys. We were playing as a Battanian, the sort of Welsh, Celtic, Anglo-Saxon sort of faction. Anglo-Saxon faction. Oh, there's a bunch of bandits in it. Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon. Let's try saying Anglo-Saxon faction. I can't even remember what it was. Anglo-Saxon. Dude, I can't even say it slowly. That's tough. That is a tongue twister. We've unlocked something here tonight. One of the tonguiest of twisters of all. My internet is not cooperating very well. Oh, it's just 5 bandits. We'll go after them now. Oh, yeah. Probably because the mods. Okay, hang on. Close report. Please go away. Please go away. All right. I'm going to see what version my game is on. We're going to revert it. Because it might be because they did just update the game, and apparently they made a lot of stuff really good, but they didn't make the stuff that I think needs to be much better, like the diplomacy and stuff. I'm just going to submit the crash. I'm almost certain that was the mods. When you're running mods and the game crashes, it's usually the mods. I mean, of course, it depends on a little bit on the engine of the game. You know, like Bethesda games are notorious for crashing. Why is my internet so bad right now? I'm hardlined in. I don't understand. I'm going to close some things. The internet is. I'm hardlined in. I don't understand how I can be getting a bad, stable connection. I don't understand. Like my desktop. I'm not like, so I've got I got this Godzilla's here, right? And I'm not like a super gigantic Godzilla nerd. I loved watching the movies as a kid, and I've seen all of the new like legendary movies. King of the Monsters is the best one, by the way, out of like the most recent American made films. King of the Monsters, terrible script, awesome monsters. But these freaking Heisei era movie posters are absolutely insane. So I have, and they're all so awesome. Like, look at that. So I have it set to change. I have both my monitors set, and it cycles through a bunch of these Heisei era movie posters. This is the guy who did these, I learned, is the same guy who did the international movie posters for, I don't know if it was all of the Star Wars movies or like the original trilogy Star Wars movies or just Return of the Jedi. I can't remember. But apparently he was the same guy. I can't remember his name. Japanese guy. Okay, so game we crash. I need to go to Steam. You guys can see my Steam library. Or some of it. Yes, we did get a Bannerlord update. So what we're going to do is we're going to revert our Bannerlord. I got to remember how to do this. I got to remember which thing I got to click. This is do I have this under? No, I don't have it under Sim. What do I have this under? RTS? I really don't remember. Favorites. I know it's under favorites. Okay, let's see here. How do I remember to do this? Properties. Updates. Let's see. How do I revert? I don't remember how to do this. I think that was, let's see, betas, install files, no, updates, betas. What? So now what I gotta do is I gotta check the version of my mods. Okay, so let's see, mods are version 1.15. That's what I have running. Huh. Some of them were kind of old. Some of them were version 1.0. I should probably, before next time, I should probably try and switch these mods over to Vortex, which is a little bit more stable than Steam mods. But we'll continue. We'll try again. If this don't work, I guess we'll just play Subnautica. Loading screen. I had the game all loaded up, so we didn't have to do this. Maybe if this doesn't work, I'll play a Total War or something. A game that I like quite a lot, but am not that good at. I do love the art and the concept art and stuff. Oh, that was fast. Oh, yeah, it's always fast for the second time you load it if you like have to open the game more than once in a day. At least it does for me. My computer's a little old at this point, though. These modulars are different. What? Oh. I see. Maybe it'll just... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to check my... I probably should have done is I probably should have checked my mods to make sure they're all updated. You'd think that would have been the next thing occurred to me, but I'm a fool. Just jam into this freaking tune, man. It's like I love that video game equivalent of like elevator music, and that song I think in particular encapsulates that idea where it's just the same progression, just endlessly. Leave. Okay, yeah. Well, I needed to go get some troopas, some guys, and they burned all that stuff. Burned it all up. All burned up. What is that from? I love an old Rooster Teeth podcast. Bernie. Old Mr. Bernie Burns was still the head of the company. I can't remember what it was, but it was all burned up. Elevator music. Yeah, basically. Oh, this is mostly just sword. There's no real sorcery in Bannerlord, as I think you played this one, right, Goat Milk? I think you said you played this. We've talked about it, but it's the same vibes. All right, we're gonna fast forward here. I'm not gonna make people sit and watch me move at. Yeah, it crashed again. Okay, so we're gonna try. I gotta check and make sure. I gotta try and update my mods probably because I checked the game version. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. Hang on. I'm just gonna bring everything up to the most recent version, maybe. See if that does anything. Messing. I'll do it. Just probably the same thing. I'm not gonna send another one. Messing with all this stuff. I lost it. Okay, what am I doing? I need to change properties. I need to bring this up to the most recent version of the game. So that's 1.2.7. And hopefully this isn't going to be like this. I may have fucked us here with this. Yeah, so I tried playing Warband at the. It's not going to take 3 days. It's certainly not going to take 3 days. I want to move this over here. I tried playing Warband along a couple years ago at the recommendation of my brother, but I think it was just a little too janky for me. I think it was just like a little too rough around the edges, and I couldn't deal with it. So I kind of I still have it in my library. I could play it whenever I wanted to, I suppose, now that I've gotten into this game. But I've played a lot of Bannerlord in the last like year. Okay, so this is going to take like a half an hour, so I'm going to pause that and I'll do that another time. What should we play tonight? And you can see the. I want to do some more medieval battling kind of stuff if possible. Yeah, exactly. Yep. We had to get into it about 10 years ago, so the crust wasn't as noticeable. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to be fair, this game, I think Bannerlord was first released 10 years ago in like super early access, from what I understand. I've never actually, I've been told that. I have not looked that up. Okay, so Bannerlord off the table tonight. That is unfortunate. Well, I mean, I could play Subnautica, but I don't know. I'm of two minds. To play some Total War, some Rome, or some Warhammer. Let's play Warhammer, huh? Warhammer's got fantasy shit in it. Hey, boy, what's up? Over on YouTube, I have a convenient setup where I can see the chat from both YouTube and Twitch. I'm not going to continue a campaign. But can you see who's in the background there? There's a familiar face back there. Here we go. So we're playing Warhammer 2, as you can see. I don't have Warhammer 3, the brand new one. No, it's the French. It's the Monty Python Frenchman. See, you can see them if I do this. It's the Monty Python Frenchman. It's John Cleese. When I put it up in the background, it just so happened that John Cleese was the only one that you could see. And I thought that was very funny. So this game is also going to. Thanks everybody for coming to watch while I sit through loading screens. No, not my desktop wallpaper. The background of my little insert there. I actually was I talked about the Godzilla. I'm not to this day still a huge Godzilla nerd, but I loved those old movies when I was a kid. And those fucking Heisei era movie posters go so hard. They're so cool. Yeah, it's like the new ASMR, and but it's just like the low hum of a computer and the breathing of the person on screen. Right, we're not watching this. I'm not watching the cutscene. We've sat for too long. I'm gonna do a campagna, new campagna. All right. So here's the thing. I usually play as the Empire. We're not playing the Eye of the Vortex. I hate playing timed campaigns. I'm not good enough at these games to deal with timed anything. So we could play as elves. Warhammer High Elves are pretty cool. They're still fucking elves, though. On this stream, we talk shit about elves. We fucking trash talk elves. Lizard men are pretty dope. I've played as Krokgar a bunch. So yeah, we could play as Tyrion, who's a guy I played as a bunch, and I like playing as him. We could play as Krokgar, who's this fucking lizard man who gets a sweet not T-Rex if you level him up enough. We've got this is a really cool dark elf faction. They like use beasts and monsters, like huge terrifying creatures in their armies. I have never played. I've tried playing a little bit as Skaven. I'm not so good with them though. Pirates. I'm just like not into pirates enough. I shall submerge Ulfward to like really care. The Tomb Kings, they are awesome, but also a little weird. I like playing as the Empire because they have like pike and shot style warfare, like big columns of riflemen and shit. They're pretty cool. Let's see. I played a little bit as one of the dwarven factions. I don't remember which one. I think it was Ungrim Iron Fist. I think it was this guy. That was pretty fun. I remember liking that. It was a little tough to get started, I think, because you're in kind of a place that's a little hard to move around. Orcs are fun. I've always found them to be a little difficult, though. Like, they're hard to get started because they're right next to like the main dwarven faction, and they're pretty powerful early on. So trying to play as like the orcs, which most of them start in that part of the world, it can be kind of tricky. Vampires, Vampires are cool. I got nothing against vampires, but I don't know. I just don't really like playing as them usually. And undead are cool. They're not cool enough for me really ever to want to be playing as them. That's sort of my feeling on undead in most video games.
Where's my next quarry?
Here's a crazy Viking time traveler, or not time traveler, but like he has a ship that like can sail across dimensions or some shit. I've played as a couple of the Beastmen. Torox the Brass Bull is really fucking powerful. This is kind of the default one. They had a cool like Beastman mini campaign in the first Warhammer Total War, and they got rid of it, and I was kind of bummed because it was like you were like in one part of the Empire, so it was cool. I thought that was fun, but they got rid of it. Wood Elves, I don't give a shit, frankly.
Pure as starlight.
I mean, they're cool. Again, cool. I don't think any of the factions are not cool. They're just not my. Yeah, that Beastman campaign was so awesome. I was so bummed that they got rid of it. They even got rid of it in 1 after 2 came out, which was like, what? Why? I paid for that. Give it back. Apparently, Warhammer 3, from what I always take what I see online, people talking about video games with a huge spoonful of salt. But I've seen a lot of troubling things about Warhammer 3. I think they did. I haven't played one in a long time, so I could be wrong about that. Maybe I was just bummed that like it wasn't in 2 or something, because they like if you paid for like the different factions in 1, all of the ones that you had from 1 carry over into 2, which is why I have so many, because I had all the stuff from 1 and I've got all the stuff from 2. Yeah, these days it's not so great. I think Activision is in charge of this creative assembly nowadays, so Activision be like that. They've always been like that. I remember back when the first Modern Warfare 2 came out. By the time that game came out with all the downloadable content and you bought all of the map packs, it was like $120. It was like you bought the game twice. Just crazy. All right, we're gonna play as the Empire, because even though the Empire is kind of weak compared to a lot of the other like horrible undead demony factions, I really just like the pike and shot style warfare is cool. Knights with guns, that's pretty awesome to me. But we're gonna play without the Chaos Invasion on, because the Chaos Invasion, as I said, is very cool. I'm not good enough to deal with that, so we're gonna skip the Chaos Invasion. There will still be Chaos forces, but there isn't gonna be like a mass invasion. Campaign. Campaign. You know what? We'll do everything on normal. I usually play on easy, but I'll challenge myself a little bit. Yeah, but these games are pretty money grubbing. It's why one of the reasons I don't think I'll get 3. Honestly, because I've just heard that like there's so much shit that's behind paywalls, and it's just like, oh, that's pretty fucking lame. Video games used to be so cool. When we were not to like be the old man yelling at clouds, but oh man, back in the day when you paid for a video game, you just had the video game and that was it. And like there might be, if it was like a big enough game, there might be like a full-on expansion for it, like a $40. Here's a whole new story with a bunch of new characters and all kind. You get to keep all the shit that you had from the first game, and like, yeah, that kind of stuff was so great. But yeah, what's the slogan of the Empire? It's like faith shot and steel or something. Faith, gunpowder, and steel. Yeah, the battle chest. I was thinking that, like, even though I never played it, one of the other ones I always think of is like Diablo. Like Blizzard was the king of that shit for a long time. Neverwinter Nights. BioWare did it with Neverwinter Nights too. Because there was the Neverwinter Nights, and then the 2 expansions for the first one were Shadows of Undrentide and Hordes of the Underdark, and those were like full games, like full on like that. But you could play that by itself, and that's a whole game. And I think we're seeing kind of a return to that in some ways. Like I know, like the Dark Souls and Bloodborne DLC is like that, where it's like you pay, I can't remember how much for them, $30 or something, $40, and you get like another 40 hours of gameplay out of it. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'll pay that for that. 40 hours of gameplay, assuming you don't get like stuck and you don't like have to like really try to get through a certain area or whatever, because like holy fuck, the DLC for Dark Souls 3 is very cool, but it's so fucking hard. Oh, the Ringed City, the second part is so good. It's so cool, but it's so fucking hard, especially like the last third of it is such a slog. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think we see that with the live service, those live service games that are successful, like Destiny. Destiny's changed so much, and like I didn't play it enough early on to like give a shit about that too much, but like I know people who've been playing it for a very long time, basically like that since day one of Destiny 1, who've been like, yeah, this game is super different. And like it definitely goes through its ups and downs too, which is interesting. You know, games that go on for that long, you know, they have periods where they're like really good, and then periods where it's like, oh, they changed the writing team, or they were rushed in development, or some other, like a bunch of people got laid off halfway through development or something, you know, and like so like there's some reason for it to be lacking in some way. But I think if you can pull it off, it's pretty cool. And I just, you know, it's good that there's both of those kinds of things, because I do like me an ongoing narrative that unfolds over months and years. I like me a slow burn. But it is video games are a tricky medium in which to tell those kinds of stories. The next thing I'm very excited for is whenever we get a formal like trailer and release date for the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree. I haven't played a lot of Elden Ring in a while. I played it a little bit with two mutual friends. And we played the seamless co-op mod, and we've still got that going at some point, hopefully, but I haven't really played it much. I haven't played it solo in a while. I might play some on stream here. This loading screen is taking fucking ages. 30 minutes in, and it's just been loading screens. This happened last time, too. One moment. We're so close. Look at that tiny sliver. Dude, and Homeworld 3 comes out next year. Homeworld 3. Oh, the stream is not liking this. Man, I really need to get a better graphics card for my computer. It's getting really bad. Oh, we're doing this. I don't care about this. Stop. Hopefully this is watchable. Ugh, very laggy. I mean, I can see it on my screen, but it looks like it's pretty laggy on stream. I wonder if there's something I can do to make that better. I don't know what I would do though. It's just so weird because I dabbled in some streaming a few years ago, and I don't remember having it be this consistent problem. Well, we're just gonna kind of fucking putz around, and I have noticed though that a lot of times on the playback, it seems like it actually is much better than it is for me when I'm looking at it. All right, so yeah, we're playing as Reichland. We've got Emperor Karl. His name is Emperor Karl Franz. Oh wow! Hello, 5 people. Emperor Karl, and we've got some unifying to do and some evil bashing to do. We've got a rebellion on hand right now. These blue guys. That's what we've got to deal with. I've got to upgrade my capital to a village, so you can see over on the left side there, we get all kinds of improvements. I'm not going to go into the fucking details because I don't care about that. I mean, I care about it in the sense that it's like part of the game or whatever, but we don't need to fucking sit and do video game economics.
Summon the Elector Counts.
All right. So let's see here. I need to recruit a few more guys into my army. So I got 1 swordsman, 2 kind of pikey guys. So I want to do 3 of each total. Ooh, and I've got a research available. We want to do tithe rebates because that's going to help us build buildings and upgrade our settlements faster. All right, that's the end of my turn. But as you can see, we're kind of zoom. Yeah. So this is the map. It's freaking huge. And in 3, they added a whole bunch of stuff over on the right side of the screen too. I think it's right. Maybe the left as well. I don't remember, but it's a gigantic fucking map in 3, which is one of the only things that's like tempting about it. But also it's really daunting because like I remember like the old games, you could kind of play them in with this like the idea in mind that like you could conquer the whole map. But I don't think that's really feasible in these in the Warhammer, especially in 2 and 3. It seems like that. Yeah, I don't think you really can conquer the whole map, which is kind of cool. But also, it's like, at what point does the game end? Then, does it not end? I can't. I've done that. I can't. I got too much ADHD to be able to play a game like that for that just end indefinitely. Min definitely. Carl just standing there swinging his hammer around. All right, Marienburg. Marienburg is no longer a part of the Empire since 2429 IC. I'm not sure what IC stands for. When its Burgomeister paid a large sum of gold to the corrupt Emperor Dieter the Fourth? Yeah, Fourth. Sorry, my brain has been just like... I got 4 hours of sleep last night because I had to wake up for an appointment earlier this morning. So my brain is a little slow right now. The corrupt Emperor Dieter IV that guaranteed Marienburg's independence. There are many in the Empire who would like to rescind this deal. First and foremost, the court of Nordland, the once nominal ruler of Marienburg, now forbidden to enter the city-state under threat of death. What will your stance toward Marienburg be? Guarantee independence. Marienburg stays independent. Diplomatic relations plus 20 with Marienburg. Plus 3,000 to my treasury. Marienburg will return to the Empire. Diplomatic relations minus 20 with Marienburg. I would like to return it to the Empire, but it's very wealthy, and so it has lots of troops. So at the moment, that's not a super realistic goal. So because we'll get this prompt again every like few years or whatever in game time. So for now, we're going to guarantee independence because it'll be nice to get an extra 3,000 gold to start. Nordland disapproves. I know. I'm sorry, Nordland, but maybe next time. Maybe we'll alternate. Maybe we'll switch. We'll go back and forth. Maybe we'll go back and forth. Okay, units recruited. Great. That's all we're going to need to just defeat these rebels over here. But the rest of our province is in revolt as well, as you can see. So I'm going to do a quick little save. Save. Fight the battle in the field. More loading screens. Whenever I think about loading screens, I always think about Homestar Runner and Strongbat emails. Because all the shorts had different loading screens. Because it was Flash, they had to draw them all by hand, and they were usually little goofy animations. Pouring myself a little Arizona Mucho Mango. Mucho Mango! For anyone who's stopping by, we can keep seeing a few people coming and going. And you're wondering why this is not Bannerlord, is because Bannerlord kept crashing. Arizona tea is like $5 here. Jesus, yeah. I mean, it's like well over $1 here in the States now. Most of them don't have the little dollar, like the only $1 sticker on them. Also, Drin, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. I don't really like tea. I drink the juice. I have the Mucho Mango Juice, the fruit juice cocktail. Even though it's not a cocktail, there's no alcohol. They've taken so much from us. I know. I always think about the Gus Johnson skit where he's like pretending to be just like some like insanely anxious, like conservative at a Trump rally, and he's like, I fear that Arizona, the price of Arizona tea cannot be sustained at $1 for much longer, or something like that. So it's just whenever I remember that Arizona tea isn't $1 anymore, I always think about that. It's like it's not anymore, Gus. It's not anymore. Yeah. So let's see. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We've got one gunner regiment. Also, I have a mod on that doubles the number of units in each formation that I have, and also I'm playing on with the unit size set to ultra. So I have like, there's like 180 guys in this one unit down here. Back in my day, Arizona teas were only a nickel for the whole state of Arizona. Now let's see here. Also, what's up, Boogie? Thanks for coming by. I need to put these riflemen, what are they, handgunners, up on kind of some. No, like there's not enough for that to fucking matter too much. I don't think so. We're gonna put them over here. I'm gonna do halberdiers right here.
Standing by.
Need to do a unit of spearmen over on this side. This is not the most exciting thing to watch, but I like to be fairly meticulous about how I deploy my troops to start. Because if they're disorganized, they're gonna fall apart and go all over the place, and they won't be of any use to anyone. We got another group of crossbowmen. I'm gonna turn off that skirmish mode. All these guys, we're going to turn on toggle guard mode so they don't go running off like crazy people. We're going to put the Emperor Karl Franz. Where is he? There he is. He's got a really big hat, a big old hammer. We're going to put him right up in front there, and then the cavalry, we're actually going to be a little sneaky about. We're going to put the cavalry over here. And then, so the plan is, these are AI. They're not that smart. They will advance towards us. Cavalry, meantime, will stay out of sight behind this ridge line here. Get into position. And by the time all of their infantry have engaged us in melee, their archers will be in the back. Undefended. So our cavalry will take the archers in the rear, and that will break the morale of their army, or will start to break the morale of their army, and it will be a pretty swift victory. So here we go. Everybody's holding their ground. We're going to go in kind of cinematic battle mode. And we'll turn the graphics quality down after this battle. Try and get it running a little more smoothly on stream. Look at that. I gotta say thank you to you, Goat Milk, for fucking introducing me to these Total War games all these years later. So good. This is one of my favorite ones too, Total War 2 or Warhammer 2. Rome 2 is also really good. I really want a Medieval 3 or like a remaster of Medieval 2. Something like that would be awesome because Medieval is really sick, and I would love to do like some just straight up like medieval fighting without. Don't shoot at the one commander unit. That's just a waste. So awesome. But yeah, dude, up in the attic at your parents' house, playing Rome Total War, the original. Here we are now. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. I gotta pause so I can do a little micromanaging. That is one of the things that makes me able to play these games at all is the fact that you can pause and micromanage troops. Oh God, they always sneak through. Back up. Back up. We're gonna have these guys. Gonna have Carl go after what? Helmut Ludenhoff. Helmut Ludenhoff. All right. Oh, snap. He ran. And I think we're going to have just to have these guys like go up this way because they'll just start unloading into the flank. And that'll be good. Here's our horsies. Horsies! Oh, we're going to go cinematic mode for this charge. Oh, how do I make the camera do what I want it to do? I forgot. There we go. I love this. This game too, I think, has the best cinematic mode camera in the Total War. No, don't do that. Look at that. So awesome. Yeah, just tossed. So cool. So cool. I love that shit. Yeah, we're wrecking them too. Already broke one formation. We'll let them run. Yeah. Get trampled. Yeah, there they go. Is once you if you like, I love sneaking the cavalry in behind and attacking the archers because once the archers start to break and the infantry realize there's cavalry behind them, they all just, as you see, they all just crumble. We're not going to save that replay. That's not replay worthy. Sometimes you get a good one though. Sometimes you get a good ass replay. Yep, I literally was about to say loading screen. So many loading screens. That's kind of one of the reasons I haven't played this on stream before. Is the loading screens are pretty appalling. I mean, once you I don't fight every battle. I don't like. There are ones where it's like, okay, I'm obviously going to win this and take very few casualties. I don't ever do those. It's a waste of time. So we'll spend most of the time on the campaign map, but yeah, and I love it's always like right when there's just a teeny little sliver of it left. Just a teeny little bit. No, dude, Rome Total War had the best music. The best. That some of those like those the battle music in Rome was so good. We'll take on captives. I always like to be able to replenish my units.
Pick up the pace.
One great victory. Mission successful. Defeat an army belonging to the following faction in battle. The Empire Secessionists. Our enemies gather to strike against us once more. Attack first and deny them the opportunity to reach full strength. Got plus 1,000 to the treasury and 300 prestige. Got a banner. Mission issued Grunberg. Capture and occupy the following settlement. Grunberg. It's right there. The breakaway city of Grunberg lies relatively undefended. Reclaim it to send a powerful message to all those who doubt your authority. All right, if you insist.
Will.
See, like this one. I'm not even going to bother, but we do have this cool flag. I'm going to give this. I could give it to Carl, but Carl's already pretty powerful, and he's just going to get more powerful. So I'm going to give this banner what does a passive ability that gives a plus 8 base weapon damage. I'm going to give this to my cavalry. So we're going to do an auto-resolve here. I have a decisive victory. I'm not going to bother doing that. All right, and then we're also going to occupy. I could loot and occupy, sack, or raise, but we want to occupy. Occupy causes the least amount of damage to the city, and we're trying to reclaim our stolen territory. So this is all part of Reichland, and these damned secessionists must pay for their treason. Okay, fine, go away. Battle of the Blood Pine Woods. Win the following battle. Battle of Blood Pine Woods. Description. Those who would break away from the rule of the Emperor are nothing but tenacious. They have sent a request for assistance to their allies in the north, and this appeal has been answered with covert detachments of men. Our spies have revealed the massing of a military force in the Blood Pine Woods. Take the fight to them before they can grow into an army. The reward here recruited Altdorf, a battle wizard, the sword of striking, and a plus 200 prestige. We're not going to do that quite yet because our army's not quite big enough, and I want to develop
I command here.
my lands a little bit more. All right, now here's the fucking question. No, here's what we're going to do. I need to change something. We're going to cancel this. We're going to upgrade this first because here's the thing. We've only got, some with the way the buildings and stuff work, you can like only some buildings need to be get certain tiers to get to their highest level, and the small settlements can only go up to tier 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to build as many of the tier 3 things as we can, and like on top of that, we got the tier 3s. A lot of them that we're going to have to build. A lot of buildings will wind up being tier 3, but also there are a lot of buildings that will be higher tiers than that. You can only build those in the major cities, like Altdorf, like the capitals of each province. So anything that's a tier 3 that we can for now, we're going to put into the villages. So I have my barracks here, my training field. I'm going to move that from Altdorf to Grunberg once the time is right. So I'm going to actually upgrade Grunberg first. So it opens up another slot here because this is a good bonus. We're getting a plus 30 growth. So that's like how fast our cities, our settlements are developing. A casualty replenishment rate of plus 4. And recruitment cost minus 20 for pistoliers and outrider units. I don't really use pistoliers and outriders, but if I'm really like leaning into the pistol, like the pike and shot thing, I probably should fuck around with them a little bit, huh? Melee defense. I'm gonna do the inspiring presence first. No, route marcher. Campaign movement range plus 10%. Yes, I want to be able to move faster. Mobility is key. Being able to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible is so fucking important in games like this. Okay, well, that's my turn. I got nothing else to do. Turn over. Do 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 do. I was playing Little Age of Empires earlier. I bought Age of Empires 4 like a year ago, and I hadn't ever played it until like yesterday. I need to establish a trade agreement with Nordland. Oh, they don't like me though. I just made them mad by doing the whole Marienburg thing. Well,
Bring me to my men.
all right, we need to recruit some more people to our army, even if they are going to get replaced. Okay, so we've got 3 pikeys, 3 swords. I can't even make ranged dudes yet, so I'm going to make 1 more pike and 1 more swordman. I guess I have archers. Should probably just get some ranged. It's good to have ranged units. Just like some dudes with bows. War declared, the Wargrove of War in Stirland. Oh no, Stirland is one of my fellow Imperial factions. I gotta kind of like give it the diplomacy a few turns to get started. Oh, Kislev. Kislev and the Empire share a common history for hundreds of years. In the Great War against Chaos, we fought side by side against the Chaos Hordes. Now, with Norscan tribes threatening their borders and rumors of Chaos forces gathering in the east and north, Kislev is again in need of our help. Should we renew our old friendship and send continuous material support to aid them in their struggle? Declaration of friendship. Well, yes, of course. -2 10% tax rate. That's okay. That's okay. More upgrades. Let's see here. What do we need? Firing reload. No, I want the. What's the one for ranged units? Or increased ammunition. This is the one that I want. That's the one I want.
The nation calls.
Okay, so we need to start moving this army over
I
here.
am Prince and Emperor.
It's going to take a few turns before I can start building the buildings that I really need to. So I just got to start moving. And I know I've got this mission over here that will stay there for indefinitely, and I really would like to start consolidating my strength in my own province first. Not first, but given that I'm waiting to do anything, I'd rather just do something maybe that'll be a little easier. They just fucking dipped out. Yeah, I can't arrange a tour. I got nothing. It's too early in the game. Great, here we go. Now I can make a barracks. I can demolish this one. We'll upgrade our livestock pens. And we're going to upgrade our capital building. Yeah, we've got plenty of cash. I'm just going to occupy this. They just fucking abandoned it, so I'm just going to move right on in. I'm going to do another auto-resolve. That one not worth fighting. Occupy. The Scarecrow Banner. Construction complete. Yes, yes. Okay, great. Oh, wow. Oh, sick. We've already got one on Uberstrike. I don't need to bake that. Awesome. We do want a blacksmith, so I'll build that one there. That's actually really awesome.
Summon the Elector Counts.
I gotta do some more leveling for my boy Carl. Carl! Hey, Carl! Like llamas with hats. Remember that one? We'll do hard to hit. Just get started on all three of the trees. Settlement occupied. Decisive victory. Faction encountered. Baston, one of the Bretonnian factions. The Scarecrow banner. Passive ability. Scarecrow banner. Helpful. -8 leadership. Affects enemies in range. That's pretty good. Good for a hero unit to have, or like a cavalry unit, maybe. Shock troops of some kind. I am worried about this. That's not a small army. I am going to be replacing a bunch of stuff in not too long. So I want to we'll get up to 4 ranged units. And then I'll do 2 more pikes. Like that. Oh, I didn't realize I was going to be so hungry. I had food not that long ago. 2 hours. Well, like 4 hours ago. I guess I could be hungry, I suppose, but I feel like I shouldn't be. Undercity discovered an Uber strike. We have discovered a Skaven Undercity below our settlement. We must act fast and spend the money required to destroy the foul beings before they become more than a mere nuisance. I agree.
Bring me to my men.
Destroy Clan Skyer for 750. Yeah, easy peasy. We're going to purge that shit. Mission complete. Training field. Awesome. We're going to build... No, I need to be able to get ranged units. I can't yet. Upgrade the city. I need a level 2 rally field. Okay, so I can't get... All right, well, in that case, I'm going to... Yeah, I'll do the clay pit. More money! More money. Get rid of all those notifications.
The Empire.
How many we got? We got 16 up and now.
I refuse. I am Prince.
I'm just
and
gonna
Emperor.
max this army out. Just, or 16. You got 1, 6, 4 there. I'll do that, and then I'll do another archer. The start of this game is always kind of slow because you don't have shit to do yet. Because the thing is, if I go and try and take Isleheart up kind of, what is that, northwest of me, that fucking army and the big castle down there is going to move on. These guys always do this too whenever I play this game. These fuckers always hide here in this incredibly well fortified fortress. Mass produce small ammunition. Excellent. Construction complete livestock pens. All that's great. Research available. We want to do... Yes, grain silos. Income from settlement buildings plus 10%. More money. More money.
By the comet.
These yuckers. What if... Hang on, how many guys they got?
Not likely.
15.
Not possible.
19. They're building some more there.
Is it time?
I mean, that would be so easy to go take, but as soon as I leave this, they're going to fucking swoop in here, but they're not going to leave. Man, I always hate when these fuckers do this. Well, we'll stay in town for now. Help keep public order. You cursed fools. This is why I always try and take these guys out first, because if you don't deal with them right away, they just come and try and take all your shit. Because you only got one territory to start with. It can go bad. I am running mods. I don't remember what though. So I did except for the double unit sizes. Except for the double unit sizes. That's the only one I remember. I think I had one there I get a little bit more money too because I thought it was really hard. Aha, you fucking fools! I wonder if...
So,
What's the defensive
I
situation
command
like here? Not great. Luber strike. Okay, we want to upgrade this. With the blacksmith, upgrade that. Upgrade my pottery maker. My clay pits to a pottery maker. We get cavalry, Empire Knights, Pistoliers. Your blacksmith is fine. I should do more money. Right? No, we're gonna do that. I can do both. I can do both. I can do both. Okay. All that's upgraded.
ready.
19.
I will not obey.
It's going to take me a few turns to break out of that fortress. I want to move up here, see if that triggers them to do anything. Faction encountered the Barrow Legion, or vampire count guys. End turn. Oh, I missed. I missed again. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Shut up, lady. Faction encountered Parabon. Babylon. Beastmen attack Elector's state. Hawkland has commander attack from Beastmen in the region of Brass Keep and are appealing to you for military assistance. Will you come to their defense and join them in battle? Or leave them to fight off their attackers? I'm going to send a military force. Minus 2,000 from the treasury is a lot, but I want to help these guys. A Pyrrhic victory. Let's fight it out. I wonder if I can turn... I'm going to save. Let's fight it out. Fedoran Strudebaker and Baldric Braun. And then also there's Fedoran Strudebaker. Oh, I wonder if Fedor... Well, okay, that's him, I suppose. He's just not a special unit. Okay, I get it. He's the garrison commander, so he doesn't have his own special, like, I'm an individual hero character. He's, like, in one of these units. I understand. I don't want to give AI control. Let's fight this fucking battle. I think this is part of one of the mods I have, but maybe this was part of an update. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I know they added a lot of stuff to make the Empire more like interfunctional with itself, if that's a word. Because in the first game, it's like, oh, you're the leader of the Elector counts of the Empire, but like you couldn't engage with them outside of like normal diplomacy, and the game basically acted like they were all completely separate countries, even though they're all technically like they're like like a confederation of states, like the very Holy Roman Empire. So they added mechanics. I had a mod for a while, and then I know that they added some mechanics to the game that gave it more of that feel. So I can't remember if I'm still running that mod or if that's a game, like an added game mechanic. But either one, it's very cool that you can like send relief forces to like go try and help people out. I'm deploying in the backfield. Oh, sweet. And one of their reinforcing armies is too. Or their reinforcing army is too. Sick. We in the backfields. And like I don't have to raise this army at all. I can just spend 2,000 money.
By the Emperor's will!
By the Emperor's will! Oh, I want to use the hill as much as possible for the cavalry. So you guys go over this way. I need to see where a good spot is going to be for my riflemen. Here's probably about as good as we're going to get. We want to go like there. I want to make it a little more compact. Easier to defend. And we're going to do swords on either side. Swords on either side. And we got a little general man. Is he on a horse or is he afoot? He's afoot. He is afoot. I love that term in that language, that way of speaking, because it sounds so funny. He's afoot. There's a whole bunch of joke Song of Ice and Fire theories that are all based around people like. There's a character who is like a very minor character seemingly who disappears. And nobody's like, where's Tyrek Lannister? He's one of the Lannister like cousins. I was like, where'd Tyrek go? Where's Tyrek? Where's Tyrek? And people are, one of the times Tyrion is like asking about him, one of the guards or whoever's is like, last time he was last seen a horse. And so there's all these like stupid theories about how Tyrek Lannister is a horse and like how he's turned into a horse and all this dumb stuff. It's very funny. There's also some too, when people say like she is a bed, there's some stupid theories about how people have been turned into a bed, and it's very dumb, but I love it. It's super funny in my humble estimation. Oh, they've got their own cavalry, huh? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, great. That's actually kind of what we wanted them to do.
Moving now!
And I gotta just get my guys up into position, or we can get in. I love my just like little tiny checkerboard formation.
On my command!
There we go. I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. Group. Oh, you didn't stay in formation. That's okay.
Charge!
Wait. No, I have to do it here. Cinematic camera. This is a great one. Look at this. We're going right downhill. Get fucked, son. Oh, so awesome. I love that shit. Yeah, here we go. Our gunners are going to town now.
Swordsman!
As you guys see, like, move up to kind of block the flanks. Hand gunners, though. Because I can just sit here and shoot at these guys. Like so. I need everybody. How am I? Oh my god, I've only lost one cavalry guy. Great. The button always fucking wrecks me. Nice, dude. Doing well. Doing well. Oh, hell yeah. Broke them. All right, I'm going to leave them to deal with the rest of that. I'm going to start redeploying my guys. I got to find a halfway decent spot to try and get an okay. Okay, yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do gunners between the houses. Going to move. Oh, yeah, hang on. I'm going to group everybody. Why? I guess we'll go there. Yeah, he'll go there. And then he'll go, or they'll go there. And we're going to put this guy over there. Great. Sorry, just staring at the grass. Yeah, they'll finish these guys off, no problem. This is their true force. Look at them run. I'm trying to chase them down because I really do not want them to start fucking with my dudes that are moving up. Nice. We completely turned that flank too. That's awesome. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. Chase them down. Run them down, men. Run them down. Broken. Excellent. Get those fucking archers. Yeah, you're not running anywhere now, you fucking little pathetic goat guys. Taste Imperial Steel. Oh, you're coming back for more. No.
Soldiers of the Empire! Swordsmen! Get them! Obey! Wise counsel! No lingering!
Wait, don't run into the other guys. Don't muddle the charge. Keep my cavalry back.
Ready for war!
Here we go. Battle! To battle, men!
Handgunners!
I really wish these guys
Take the ground!
would be more,
Emperor's might!
not more useful, because they're incredibly useful.
Formation march!
But I guess just like less dependent on not. I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense that they can't shoot something they can't see. They don't shoot in like arcs. They're dudes with guns. But if like the battlefield is as such, like they're sometimes completely ineffectual because they can't get a line of sight, which is always a big bummer. Especially when you've got like 5 units of them that can just absolutely devastate the fuck out of enemy infantry, but they can't do it because they don't have line of sight. Yeah, it all makes perfect sense. It's always just a little bit of a disappointment. That's all. Oh yeah, they're toast. Pyrrhic victory, my potato. That was a close victory. Do you see that? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And I don't get to keep this army, which is fine. I don't want to have to pay the upkeep on it, but I'm glad we won that battle pretty handily. I lost 39 soldiers. Wow. 39. My guys fought well. I also, most of my infantry didn't really, my swordsmen didn't really do anything at the very end of the battle, so it makes sense. Back to the load. Got to carry a heavy load. Had. What's the name of that beast man warlord? Luthor Hart. Got a pretty impressive stash, Mr. Hart. A pretty impressive mustache. Oh, I'm tired. I slept for like 4 hours last night. Execute captives, pardon captives. Oh, execute captives. Definitely executing these captives. Good guy, get out of here. Sweet. Oh, it's my turn now. It's my turn now. Well, would you look at that? Still upgrading things. Don't really have. I don't have anything to add to this army, do I? No. Let me see here. What's my troop situation? So they're mostly full. They're very. Oh, he's only. Okay, I'm not. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're going to go attack this settlement.
And Emperor.
My army's not very strong, but we're going to go do it. I have a lot of guys, but it's like a lot of my very weakest. A valiant defeat? That can't be. That can't be. I think we can win. I think we can win. These predictions are always a little flim-flammy. I'm going to do a save, though, just in case we can't win. But I think we can. Probably take a lot of casualties, but I don't mind because I'm going to be replacing basically everything in my army in not too long. I'm going to be upgrading my archers to crossbowmen because we're not quite at the point yet where we can make handgunners. They're also expensive. I'll have pikemen with spears and shields, and I'll have a few more halberdiers in the army too. I'll reduce the number of swordsmen I have down to probably 4. And then replace. I'll cut down my. I gotta make some cavalry too. Although when I have the money for it, the way I like to do cavalry is I actually like to have cavalry be its own separate army, like a companion army, to the main one, so I can get more in. I can have more cavalry and more infantry moving together. Because there ain't nothing like a good old-fashioned cavalry charge. We're going to have a good-ass battle here. This might be a good place to call it, too, after we fight this. All right, so we want to do all the pikemans in the front. And we're attacking, so I think they will probably play it defensively and let us move to them. So I'm gonna, but I don't want to be too close if they do decide to attack. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over this way. Then we're going to put our gunners, which are where? Right here. We're going to put them in this spot. So they're like right there.
Soldiers of the Empire.
And then all these guys will just move down a little ways. There. Then we do swordsman behind. I'm going to compact their formations a little bit. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to split them into. Well, I'll split them into groups once I get the rest of my archers set up in the middle zone here. Let's do that, do that. You definitely need to get all these guys holding their ground so they stay in nice tight formations and don't go running around all over the place without our say so. So I'm actually going to back up these guys a lot because they're a little bit more maneuverable if I give them some distance. They're not going to like start tripping over themselves and everybody else. So we're going to put them in reserve in the back so we can kind of deploy them as needed to reinforce the front line. We've got our one cavalry unit over here, which I am actually going to keep in the forest. I think this is a fairly decent place for them. Where's Carl? Carl's right there. Carl will go right here. We'll go like right. We're going to keep Carl there. And then he can jump in where he needs to as well. Let's go! Are you guys going to come to me, or the AI always do this? I don't know what they're doing. They're reforming their line at a weird angle just to be fucking annoying. All right. Well, seems as though they want us to move up to them, so we're going to go ahead and do that and get this party started. What's the range like on there? Archers. Oh, not far at all. Got a lot of infantry, and they've really stretched their line out, but that's okay. That's okay. Let them stretch their line out super thin. They'll stack up on our flanks, and we'll fuck them up with the cavalry. I got my halberdiers out on this flank here too, so they're fairly tough. We'll lengthen our line into a fish hook. No, that's Gettysburg. That's a different battle. Also a different movie that is a bit dicey. Not as dicey as Gods and Generals, which is just straight up a Confederate propaganda film. And but the fact that it's like makes all the Confederate generals into like kindly, honorable men and stuff, and they're like, oh, we need to free the slaves, even though all of them and every one of them was a reluctant abolitionist, even by the end. So Jeff Daniels kicks ass in that movie, though. Super underrated Jeff Daniels performance. Oh, I'm not even moving any of the rest of my archers because I'm a buffoon. I'm a buffoon. Like that. We're doing. I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. Everybody look like ants. Look at them go. Hut, 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 hut. Now you may ask, why is your line so short? They're going to outflank you. And I say to that,
Yes, my lord.
perhaps. But that's why I have my swordsmen in reserve. So they can move to the flanks when they need to without just being right up in front the whole time. They don't know my horses is here. Oh, you poor fool. Oh, they're moving their crossbowmen like right up. Oh, dude, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. At that point, we're just going to need to start moving up. Checkerboard is not going to make a huge difference to us at that point. Especially since we only have one. Yeah, see, what we'll do with the swordsmen is we'll kind of put them over there. We'll put these guys over here, kind of anchoring that. And these dudes, we're going to keep out of the range of the enemy archers for the time being. And I'm just going to fucking do this right now. Surprise, motherfucker! You put your fucking weakest guys right next to my cavalry. Look at this. They just don't even know. They don't even know. Surprise, motherfuckers! Hello, bitches. Ah. That was a beautiful thing. And now...
Taking that position.
All right. Retreat. Retreat. Fucking got him, dude. All right, we've got a lot going on here. Oh, wow, everybody moved up already. That's excellent. Actually, you get the archers if we can. We'll leave that flank where it is, actually, for the time being. I'll move them. Oh shit. Oh, you silly fucking fools. There we go. Alright. Sorry, I'm in ADHD concentration mode right now.
For Heldenhammer! For Skull Splitter!
That's annoying. I need to move some archers over here.
At speed!
Actually, move.
Taking position!
No, stop.
March!
I'm about to have all my guys tripping over each other like a moron. Okay, stop it, stop it, stop it. You go over here.
Moving now!
The two of you go over here. Actually, with you as well.
Hand gunners!
Sorry.
Missiles will
I
fly! Go! Sigma
need
Thunder!
to adjust where my archers are at.
Now!
Do that.
Show us the foe!
Do this.
Formation march! Ah! Ready for war!
Yes, dude. My cavalry are already routing some archers over here. Awesome. Carl! I just completely forgot to move up Carl. But one of my pike formations broke. And one of my archers are...
Hand gunners! Ready!
Fucking shoot him.
The Heldenhammer!
There we go.
For Heldenhammer! War! Yes, General! For France! War!
Charger here trying to break that. Okay. Formation. Guys recover a little bit.
For the Emperor!
Yes, dude. Cavalry are absolutely wrecking shop over here.
Prepare the combat!
And then we'll get them in the back in the ranks and start taking out their other archers, and it'll be over for these. Oh my god, my handgunners.
Crossbows ready!
My handgunners.
War!
Once we get our
Ulrich's wrath on them!
fucking archers, once we get our cavalry in the back ranks, it's over for these idiots.
Emperor's might!
What game is this? Electrifying 1-8. This is Warhammer 2 Total War. Set in the old world setting of Warhammer Fantasy, tabletop strategy game that was around for a long time, then went away for a long time, and is coming back now,
Ready!
apparently. Never played it, but I played 40K. The sort of space, not sci-fi, because it doesn't really have anything to do with science, but the space fantasy, sort of space opera kind of alternative. But right now I'm playing as the Empire. It's like kind of pike and shot era technology, weapons. There's some like guns, not too many, but there's some. And I'm the red guys putting down a rebellion, which is the blue guys. I haven't played the tabletop game in ages. I can't these days. I'd love to like even just like get back into like messing around with like the painting the miniatures and stuff sometime. God, all right, we're slowly breaking these down. You know what? Here. No, we're kind of fuck. It's a close one. It's a close one.
Conditions acceptable.
I fucking love 40K as a Goat Milk here can attest to. We used to play together a lot for many years. All right, here we go. All right, what I need to do is I need to get all of these dudes over here. I need to kind of consolidate my forces. I think we're gonna win though. I think it's gonna be a close one, but we're gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and turn my attention over here and squash this side quickly.
Swordsmen, we serve the Emperor. For France! Yes, my lord!
Ravens, my warriors flee. Yeah, I know, but
We are Sigmar's heirs!
ugh, it's gonna be a close one. I'm fighting with like my worst troops though. And we saved before this battle as well. I can't even tell. It's descending into chaos, my lord.
I will not stand.
Also, I'm sorry, Electrifying One. If we've met before, I don't recognize your Twitch handle. I mean, not that I don't disbelieve you that we've met before. I just don't recognize. I can't identify your personages. Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, been a minute.
Preserve us!
Been a minute. Hope things have been going at least relatively well for you. Oh yeah, this is fucked. We're gonna they had numbers on us. I think if they hadn't outnumbered us, not that they outnumbered us super significantly, but it was none of my guys have actually like routed. They're retreating, but none of my guys have routed, and we're still putting up a half decent fight over here. These guys will start regrouping hopefully. Yeah, Warhammer's awesome. I love Warhammer. It was like it's like my founding fiction. Is like has been like hugely formative in my life. Like for some people, it's like for me, it's definitely Warhammer 40K, especially. Oh, nice, man.
Sigmar, preserve us!
We had a good run. I'm glad I got to watch a bunch of your matches for like a year or whatever it was there. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, we're losing. We're gonna lose. Good thing I saved so we can retreat and not. Although here's the thing: at some point we're gonna have to just give up because my commander, Emperor Karl, that's his real name. His name is Karl Franz. He's gonna be like the only person I have left on the field, and he'll just stay there until he dies. So. Oh no, his morale is breaking. He's going to start retreating. Yeah, I haven't been to a show in ages. Just stuff changed, Life did what it do. All right, let's see. How can I'm gonna just withdraw. We're just gonna withdraw. Everyone withdraw. Yeah, because what'll happen is I'll withdraw and then I'll be able to load the save. Yeah, dude, I haven't seen any of most of the wrestling dudes in a while, except for the Beard and King and stuff here. And even then, I haven't seen these guys in person in ages either. Dang. Well, we let them good though. Let him good. But we're going to reload the save and just not do that. It was a big old battle. Yeah, Warhammer. All right, man, dude. Yeah, do your thing. I'm only going to be online for another like 15, 20 minutes here, I think. I'm usually on for like 2 hours. Sometimes I do a little bit more. And this was not the game that I was planning on playing tonight. The one that I was planning on playing tonight kept crashing because fast forward to this. The mod updates. They did a big update to the game and it broke my mods. So that's something I have to like sort out. Not that I run most games with a lot of mods, but I run a few. I run some games with a few mods. Yeah, Warhammer. If you're trying to get into Warhammer, not even necessarily to play the miniatures, but just like get into the setting, now's a good time to do it. I started playing it when I was like 12, which would have been like 2002. And when I started playing, it was a very static thing. It was like a static sandbox setting, and the timeline was always kind of stuck in this one place, this one period in time, kind of on the precipice of a whole bunch of big stuff happening, so that you and your friends could play out those scenarios if you wanted to. Like what happens for you guys. And I played up until like I never actually played 6th edition, but I played up through like the very early days of 7th edition with one of my other friends who's sometimes in the chat here, Goat Milk. And then he moved for a while, and he was kind of the person that I played with, and I didn't have the money or time, like didn't have the money to keep buying miniatures, and I didn't have the keep buying like all the painting and glue and all that stuff, which is it's all super fun, but I just didn't have the money for it. And trying to get games set up, well, they're very fun to play. It's you got to be able to coordinate like a weekend where you can get together, and then you got to make sure you account for the setup and teardown time, which by itself can take a while for a game like that, because if you're playing with a bunch of terrain like we did, you'd have to get all that set up. And we got to a point where we had a decent system for it. We'd get our armies, we'd like get our points and stuff figured out for our armies like a couple days beforehand, so we could just start playing when we met up. But so I fell off of it for a while because I just didn't have the money to keep playing the tabletop game, and that was my main gateway into it. I know there's like lots of books and stuff that some people get into it through, but for me it was the tabletop game. So yeah, we're gonna break siege. We're not gonna do this. Our army's not. We'll come back and do that when I've got stronger units. In the meantime, I'm gonna retreat back here. But it's a great setting. The last since early 8th edition, they started doing stuff where like the story moves. There's a plot now, and it moves forward every few years with like big global campaign books that they release that have a bunch of story stuff in it. And like some of the stuff that they're doing with that game now is stuff that would have, like, if I were to time travel back and speak with my 12-year-old self, I would blow my own mind. Like just things that were part of the setting back then, because it's like a really rich setting. There's so much detail to it, and it is a bit satirical as well. But it's just like, yeah, it's not like haha satire, but there is a lot, like if you get into it enough and you learn like what sort of things were like the original inspiration for it, stuff like Judge Dredd, stuff like Starship Troopers, stuff like that does have a satirical bend to it. That was stuff that inspired Warhammer, and there's still a little bit of that in it. It's not quite as overt as it used to be back in like the 80s and the early 90s. But like there's stuff from the lore that was always just background information that was like, okay, this is like stuff out of legends. It's like, nope, all those people, those really crazy, powerful, legendary figures from history that were dead or missing, they're coming back now. the end times are upon us. You know, like it's getting pretty crazy, and it's very slow developing stuff. Like it's not nothing that's gonna culminate for years yet, but it's pretty wild to see some of the stuff that they've done with the game since I've checked out of it. I've been paying more attention to it again the last couple of years. I'm still fairly behind as far as like what's all happening, but in the tabletop game has changed a lot too. The rules are not so different that I don't think like I could have fun or like learn them, but they're very different from what I remember. Because I watch it, there's a guy on YouTube that I watch occasionally who does like battle reports with like his buddies, and they'll film it and summarize stuff. Ugh. Valiant defeat, auto resolve. Well, this is a shitty situation. Motherfucker. Well, I don't have time to do a whole battle. We're in a bad spot here. So this might be where we end the stream tonight, because I know I'm going to lose. We did a really good job last time. And I know the battlefield will be different, so maybe I could make more use out of my handgunners or something. And they're attacking me, which means they'll be coming to me. You know what? I'm going to save right here again. And we're going to try this next time we come back to play this game. Because I've kind of been the game. What I usually play. Did it save? Yes. I've been playing a lot of Subnautica. Which is a fun game. Playing Subnautica on stream. And the game I was going to play tonight, I'm going to play a little more. It's called Bannerlord. It's fun, but a little janky. So I put this was like sort of the backup game that I played tonight. So I don't know what I'll be playing next week. Whether that will be Subnautica, try Bannerlord again. I'll see if I can get my mod situation figured out. I'll have to experiment with that a little bit, so we'll see. Maybe we'll play some more of this. Maybe we'll play something else. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too locked into anything. I do want to like try and finish some of the games that we start on the stream, but I'm not super worried about making it like a big committed series. Like we're not going to play anything else until we finish this one. So, yeah. Well, thanks for coming. Good to chat with you, Leonard. That was some surprise to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well. Good luck at Grand Slam. Have a good last match. And yeah, I'm on. I don't know if you check out the other stuff that Beard and King and the other guys do on here, but I'm on Wednesday nights, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. For at least 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. Depends on how I'm feeling and what I'm playing that night. So I'll be back next week. So if you want to come hang out again, feel free to stop on by. But with that, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go make a pizza because I'm very hungry. Goodbye.